Hey guys, my name is Flo and I will be showing you how I made this fluffy crochet jumper. The material I used was Pingouin Pingo Peluche. I had 600 grams total and a 6mm hook. The measurements you'll need is first your bust and then you'll divide it by 4. Then from the armpit to the bottom of where you want your jumper to be, then shoulder to the bottom of the jumper, and also your sleeve. So first we're going to be making the main pieces. There are 4 main pieces, which is why you divide your bust measurement by 4. So first you're going to just do a slip knot, insert your hook, and then you're going to be doing a chain, and you're going to chain as many stitches as the bust measurement divided by 4. Once you're there, you will then start a double crochet row. So you're going to feel for the second stitch and do a double crochet in there. So you're going to skip the first stitch and do a double crochet and then another double crochet and just continue double crochet all over the row. This yarn is really annoying, so the best way to do it for me was just to feel where each stitch was with my thumb and my index. Once you get to the end of the row, you're just going to chain 2, turn around, and then do another double row. And you're going to do all these rows up until you get to the measurement of the armpit till the bottom of where you want your jumper. And make sure that during these double crochet rows you go all the way to the end, so you also double crochet in the second chain that you made. So this is what it looked like for me, and this is when you're going to start decreasing to make space for a sleeve. So you're going to chain 2 and then skip the first and second stitch and double crochet in the third stitch, and then just continue your row as normal. So just going to do a double crochet in each stitch afterwards. And that is also including the chain 2 space that you made. Then, once you get to the end of the row, you're just going to chain 2, turn around, and start the row just as normal. So in the stitch, just double crochets in each stitch up until you get to the end of the row, and the second last and last stitch you're actually going to stitch together, and you do that by taking the front loop of both stitches and then double crocheting them together. There we are. And then you're just going to chain 2, turn around, and then stitch together, double crochet together the first and second stitch. I am having difficulties. Again, it's a really tricky yarn, but it does look really nice. So then you just double crochet together the first and second stitches. There we go, and then you just continue the row as normal. And then that is it for the decrease for your sleeve. So then the next row, and for each row after this one, is just going to be a normal row up until you get to the measurement of your shoulder to the bottom of where you want your jumper. So you just do normal double crochet all the way up until the end, and as you can see here, I'm also going to do the last stitch. Having a bit of trouble, but there we go. Double crochet, and then just chain 2, turn it around, and then do just a normal double crochet row, and all the rows up till the measurement that I mentioned before, which is your shoulder to the bottom of the jumper. And here we are, and then what you will do here is the turtleneck portion. So what I did was just do a double crochet row, but just for 9 stitches, including the chain 2, so 8 stitches and the chain 2. So once you get to 9 stitches, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, you just chain 2, turn it around, and then do that again for 2 more rows, so you get 3 rows total. You can also do more rows, less rows, depending on how high you want your turtleneck to be. And this is one of the main pieces, so you're just going to chain 1 and then break off the yarn, and there you are. This is one main piece, and then you will be doing another one in pink or whichever color you want, and then 2 others in another color. And then you can see what it will look like. I like to put the yellow over the pink and the pink over the yellow so that it looks like a little checkerboard. Now onto the sleeves. So for the sleeve, what you're going to do is just make a slip stitch, insert your hook, and then chain the amount of stitches needed to do the circumference of your sleeve. Once you get there, you will do a double crochet in the second chain, and then a double crochet all over the row. Once you're done with that row, you can just chain 2 and then turn your work and then do another row. And basically it's just going to be normal rows of double crochet up until you get to the measurement of the sleeve that you already took. Once you get there, what you're going to do is you're going to slip stitch the 2 rows together so that you end up with a tube. So to do that, you're just going to insert your hook into the first stitch and then insert your hook into the other first stitch and then slip stitch together. And you're just going to do that all over until you get to the other side, and that will make a tube. So you just insert your hook into each stitch, and then you're just going to slip stitch that together. And then you just keep on going all the way across like this, and then you can just break your yarn, make sure to chain 1 before, and then just turn it inside out, and there you have your sleeve. And you're going to do that twice, so you get 2 sleeves like this. Then you're going to use the exact same way to assemble your main pieces. So this is what it should look like, and the way I did it was for the turtleneck, because I wanted to turn it when I'm wearing it. What I did was at the end where the turtleneck was starting, I just chain 1, broke the yarn, and then turn it over to then slip stitch the other way so that I could turn my turtleneck over and not have the yarn showing. Once you've attached the 4 pieces 2 by 2, you are then going to attach them all together. So you're going to do the sides of the 4 pieces and also the top shoulder bit. Then you're going to attach the sleeves together, and now it's time to do the borders. What I did was do 1 cuff yellow and 1 cuff pink, so this is me doing the pink side. So I inserted my hook, and then I just made a slip stitch, and then what I did was do a single crochet in 1 out of each 2 stitches. So I would skip 1 stitch and then do a single crochet in the second stitch, skip 1 stitch, do a single crochet in the second, all the way around. This way it made it a little bit tighter, so if you don't want a tighter cuff, you can just do a single crochet in each of these stitches, but I wanted it to be a little bit tighter, so that's why I did it 1 out of 2. So once you get to the end of your cuff, what you're going to do is just slip stitch into your first stitch, chain 1, and then for the rows afterwards, it's just going to be a single crochet in each of these stitches. You can do as many rows as you like. I did 6 rows, I believe, for the cuff and also for the bottom border. You can just stop whenever you like. So this is the pink side, this is the yellow side, and then this is the bottom border. I did the exact same thing, except I only skipped 1 out of 4 stitches instead of 1 out of 2. Then all you have to do is just lose your thread into the jumper and then cut your thread. And once you're done with that, you are done with your jumper. Please tag me if you guys ever make this jumper. I love to see what you make. These are my socials. Please follow them. The pattern is in the description box. Thanks. Bye.